Oh, hello everyone. Gosh, I can't tell you how happy I am to be here. And thank you for joining. Honestly, it's been a bit of a morning. In fact, it's been a bit of a week. And this is like my happy place. So I'm really delighted to be able to paint for you this hour. And we're going to use whatever I paint as a giveaway, if that's all right with our lovely producer.
Yep, the word is giraffe.
Giraffe. Wow. Oh, I'm not painting a giraffe, that's for sure. Right, so let me introduce you to our lovely team. So we've got our lovely Katie, who's on cameras. It's becoming a bit of a thing, which is quite good at it. Andrew's our producer director. He's quite good too. And then, Andrew, are you doing comments this hour?
I am.
Andrew's doing comments. I'm going to be your presenter and your guest expert. We've got a great show lined up for you. We've got some new stuff as well, which is a bit exciting. I'm going to give you lots of hints and tips. I'm going to share with you. Well, not only are we going to do that giveaway, I'm going to paint 3 of these triangular canvases, but we've also got lots of hints and tips as well. So please join in. Say hello to us if you're watching for the first time. Love, love, love your company. And let me tell you how to shop. So on our own website, on Facebook and on Instagram, all you have to do is type in the code in the comments that I give you relating to each of the products. So type the word shop followed by the code. It'll go into your basket. At the end of the show, you can go onto the Highlight Crafts website. Don't forget to please join and log in, because that way you get your points. So the price you see here isn't the price you're going to pay. You're going to pay less, which is exciting, and you'll collect your points as well. So thanks for your company. Really easy to do. So start typing giraffe now, because then you'll be in for the chance to win that set of 3 canvases. So I'm going to start with a few things that we've got. So we've got deals, I've got new stuff, I've got stuff you need. Yeah, we're going to have a great time. So first of all, I'm going to look at this bundle that I've got here. I've got 2 black canvases. Now, these canvases individually wrapped, but they're wooden framed canvases. They're primed, ready for you to work with. Mitered wooden jointed corners, of course, you'd expect that with something of this quality. And you're getting 2 of those, plus you're getting 5 of our hybrid acrylic paints from Cadence, and also the white, so 6 paints in total. Shop bundle gets you all of that. You've got a £12.97 saving. All of that you get for £22.49. Now, if you're going to come on my painting journey with me and you've actually joined the club, then it's really, really easy, because all you're going to need is a minimum of 5 paints, and those 5 colours would work for you. So don't have to use the colours I'm using. You could use those. Right, let's talk about the pens that we've got at the front, because this actually is one of the things you do need on the show. It's the first time I've been able to do this for you. I've got white gel pens with very fine point. We've got chisel edge and bullet nib from our Zig. So Zig is a brand that we absolutely love. It's been around donkey's years and it's really good quality. You're actually going to get all 6 of those for £12.99. Now, Shop Pen will get you all 6. I don't want you to miss out on that, because when you see, that's what I use for all my highlights when I'm painting. I've never bought you the bundle before. It's the first time we've done it. I'm super delighted because it's such a good price, but also it's got bullet nibs, chisel tips, and that fine tip in there. So absolutely is a must. This is what I'm painting on, a set of 6 triangular canvases, which is brilliant. This, you're going to save £5.95. We've only got 9 left. Is that all there is? Oh, blinking heck. Right, £17.99. Shop Triangle if you'd like those. This is how we get our patterns onto our paper. We use our graphite paper in grey and in white, 4 larger than A4 sheets in each, multi-use, multi application. That's going to last you at least a year. You're also getting 4 of the mechanical pencils with 4 different nibs in them, plus you get a free extra erasers and a trillion of, well, not quite a trillion, but a lot of replacements. And all of that, you've got 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, 0.9. The whole bundle, you're saving £9.48, £17.49 for that whole collection. If you'd like your mini easels, now this is a brilliant pack. It's a pack of 14, but you get 9 of these. Bit of a theme here. 14 of these and 14 of these. Even if you use these to display your cards if you're going to craft fairs, £29.99 for 14 of them. That's like 28 pieces. That's like £1 a piece for each. That's crazy. And £29.99 shop easel. Now, I mentioned, I'll talk about the clubs a bit more in a bit, but I've got some paints for you. Really fabulous colours. So true pastels. If we want to paint with true pastels with our painting programme, this is the pastel set that I'm going to recommend to you. 10 pastels, £39.99. Now that's £3.99 a bottle. They are still the 59ml. They're still Cadence. They're still the quality that you would expect. It's just that price is so affordable. So we've got 2 different sets for you. We've got the pastels and we've also got the brights. Both of them £39.99. Both of them you get 10 colours. You can see the colours. They're absolutely stunning. And these are ones that I'm using with my painting. So if you don't already have them, please consider these. I'm whizzing down the counter. Yes, and the brights are brand new. So I'm going to get to the painting so I can show you more of the colours up close. But yeah, absolutely, you have to get them. Then we've got brushes back in stock, which I'm a bit excited about because I hate it when we go out of stock. You get 20 of them. They are, somebody put a post up on Facebook this week that said, there was a picture of one of those brushes and a picture of another brush, and it went, not all brushes are equal. And that was brilliant because it showed you exactly why you need these. So 10 round, 10 flat. They go from 20 but right down to number 2s. So you've got them in really, really small sizes. Absolutely a must-have. I've got now, I said there were like a couple of things you had to get. White pens, don't forget shop pen, you need those. This is a must because I've got Katie to put the pockets, the really thick pockets, 250 of them, with the storage bag for £12.99. 250 pockets with the storage bags are £12.99. That is ridiculous. And 250 won't fit in here, but about 150 will. And you've got space around the edges. This is what we're using for all of our practicing. Of course you can use it as cut tidy, but blinking heck, it's brilliant for painting. And then I've got a big 40 sheet paper, palette paper. It's slightly thicker than the other stuff. I think I've just been converted. I've been trying it. I'm loving it. It's £9.99 for 40 sheets. That's going to be an absolute. We've only got a few of this pack of 10 canvases left. £17.99 shop pack. You're going to get, let me tell you the sizes, because at £17.99 for 10, that's £1.70 a canvas. Now, we've only got 8. Right. £1.70 a canvas. You've got 5 by 7, you've got 8 by 10, 11 by 14, 12 by 16 and 16 by 20. 2 of each. I know £1.70. You probably, for that one, you're probably thinking you pay about £1, £1.40. For this one, probably about £2. But look at that. What are you going to pay for that size? That's going to be about £8. You're getting 2 of those. That's almost like getting the rest of the 8 for free. That is a crazy deal. Right, and then our moon lamp. You're probably thinking, what on earth is a moon lamp doing on here? I'm going to paint it. You wait till you see it painted. That means even when it's not on, it's going to look gorgeous. So £13.99, shop Mood or Moon, no, Mood, shop Mood, that'll get you that. let's go and paint, and then I'm going to come back. I'm just going to remind you, you need the pens, Shop Pen. You need these new paints, Shop Pastel and Shop Bright. You need your storage, Shop Storage. That is an absolute winner. Palette paper. If you don't have palette paper and you're ready to stock up, get this size. You're going to find a difference. It's definitely, I think, a level up. My moon lamp and everything. Right, come on, let's just go and do this, because this is what it's all about. It's about me showing you stuff. It's about me painting for you. It's about me taking you on that journey. And that journey is the thing that just makes us feel good. Right, so first of all, we're going to finish our moon lamp. So I'm going to take some of the colours that are in our first kit, the shop bundle. But let's talk about this. So, Katie, did you know it was thicker as well?
I did not.
It is thicker. This is, I'm just trying to see if I've got one of the old ones to compare it. I haven't, but you can hear it's thicker. It's thicker, more space to work, more space to blend our colours. We're going to be able to pick the paint out and actually keep it out for longer, because we've got more space to work around it instead of trying to work off 2 sheets. This, 40 sheets of it, is an absolute must-have. So, first of all, you work on the shiny side. The matte side is like you putting a chip on a piece of greaseproof paper, on a piece of newspaper. You'll get a little line where the grease is round it. That'll happen with your paint. Not on this side. It's brilliant. So I'm going to put out, first of all, a little bit of colour. So I'm going to go with my emerald green. I've got my purple. Already got it on my hands. And I've got some white. Now, when you get your paints, make sure you shake them. Because I didn't shake this, can you see that acrylic liquid at the side? It's almost transparent. That is what holds the pigment suspended in your paint. So make sure that you actually do pick that up and shake it, give it a really good shake. So 2 triangles of colour on your brush like this. Okay, so got green on one side and white, green and white on the other. And I'm just going to brush that. Look how much more space I've got to work. Now I've got this paint and this palette pad. It just is giving me so much more space to work with. I'm then going to pick up my moon ball. And I've already put a few strokes on. So we're just going to go up here, and I'm just going to put these on. And what I love is that because of the craters, you're getting this little bit of texture that you're getting all over. And I'm just putting them on in pairs. So I'm literally putting my leaves on in pairs. Look at how effective that looks. Now I'm going to normally I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't have enough space. So I can just take off a tiny bit of the excess, and I'm just going to put those 2 colours together. And this time I'm going to put some little roses on it. So I'm just here. You can see the colour just coming together. Right, now what I'm going to do is we will paint another one, and I'm going to put that one over here. And I've got this little bit of green that came through. You can see it pulled through there. So I'm not going to do the middle of this one, of that one, until I've done the outside of this one. So a little bit of this, and you're just going to keep going round. Now I'm going to come back to this one. So I'm going to go up and over, round and under. It's lovely painting on this surface, and then just round there like that. Okay, so let's go to this one.
Does your transfer paper work on the globe?
Yes, it will. Yes, transfer paper is brilliant. It works on glass and ceramics. It works on all your things like if you've got terracotta, it will work on fabric. It really is a fabulous product. So all I'm doing, and then I would keep going. So let's put one more on, but I'm going to do one down here. So you might not see the whole of the design. You might only see part of it. So I'm just going to come around here. So you can see how I am literally just putting on part of the design. So up and over, round and under, and then round there, round there. So it looks like it's meant to be like that. Love the effect that you've got. And I would keep on going round here. And then I'm going to ask Andrew if it's okay if we can put the lights out. So let's put this on so that you can see. So you would keep going till you finished it off. And then you can see the texture of all the flowers. And then if we put the lights back on, in the daylight, it still looks lovely. It looks like just a globe of ornament. It's so pretty. So the paint adds texture to it, but the globe itself allows you to paint and print. And right, so a couple of other things to share with you. Oh, it's still on. Oh, it looks nice in the daylight, doesn't it? That looks effective. So let's just turn that over and put that flat, and we'll just pop that there so it can dry. And I've just had a question about poppies. So we can do that now because I think poppies might look really good if we were to paint them on these canvases. So let's use this as an opportunity to paint some poppies and have a bit of a lesson. So Pam, you've asked about your poppies. Look at how bright that red is. It's one of the brightest reds that I've seen from Cadence since we started. And that's one of the reasons why I love these new paints. It's not just about the price, but that is obviously an influence, but it's also about the fact that you've got such good colour here. So, and in the brights, you've got every colour that you could need. Look at that yellow. That yellow is a really strong, rich colour. Also, we're going to be needing a little bit of black. Let's get some black. And you can see the consistency of it. It's very solid. Our hybrid looks a little bit more fluid. In fact, they are both very similar, but they flow differently. And I would say they've both got a place in my craft room. That's why I'm happy to share these with you. So imagine that I have got a picture. I just need to show you why you need these. Imagine that I've got a picture and I have just painted that picture and I've put it in here. So I've put it in so that I can now work on top of the bag. And this is how they work. So when you're painting, especially for anybody who's using a download, look at how easily it will flow. It flows on here, and as long as you don't put water with it, which we don't recommend anyway, you will get, it will not, I've got a tiny little bit in this brush, it will not do what we call sissing. As long as you lay down the paint will stay really solid, and you can see how you can be practicing. I take that out, look at that. And then save all your work in the wallet, all your downloads, all your printed practice pieces, keep them all with each pattern inside a bag. That's what I'm about to do, and reorganize all of mine, because now I've worked out that the bags will fit those. I want to make sure that you've got them and everybody can work with them. Right, let's have a quick see what everybody's asking. Right, Pam, I'm going to paint that for you in just a moment. Pauline says you've got a steady hand. Is that you replying as Hannah?
Yeah.
So Terry says she's mostly been watching us all day. She's had a lovely day so far. Do you know what, guys? It's so nice to have your company. Keep the messages coming, please. And the questions, because that's what our shows are about. We're not like a typical TV channel. We're not here to sell you loads of products. Of course we need to sell products because we need to pay the rent. But we're also here to make sure that what you are buying, you know how to use. So if it sells out, we're not going to stop what we're doing because people have already bought it. We need to share what we do. So this palette, If I was working on the smaller palette paper, I'd have now thrown that away because I need more space for this. Still got a full half a sheet left and some to be able to work with it. Also, the other thing I need to share, your pens, your Zig pens. You know, I said these were ones you absolutely need. Well, let me show you the different nibs. This one might be mucky. Yeah, it is. That's me. That was me yesterday, so you can clean them. So just give it a bit of a clean. So do it on a piece of kitchen paper or preferably a wipe, and that will clean it. Nearly clean. Just getting rid of that bit of green. I was using it to blend colours yesterday. Well, it's mostly clean now. So you've got a round and a chisel, and then you've got this fine tip. So look at those 3 different sizes that you've got. Now, the other thing about the palette paper, so you give these brush pens a really good shake. When I'm working with it, I can make sure that I'm just going to let that puddle a little bit. So can you see how I'm now, it's unfortunate it's white on white, but as it puddles, you'll start to see. So I'm just pumping a little bit of this out. So you can actually create a puddle with the paint. So it gives you, that product gives you so much choice with what you're doing when you're working. Right, we'll do this poppy. I'm going to do it on the black first, and then, Andrew, I've got loads of time. Right, I'm going to do it on the black, and then I'll do something else on there, because the poppy's more suited to this because of its shape. So, first thing, make sure you're working with the brushes out of our brush pack. You need to do what I'm going to do after this show, which is find some brush cleaner and give them a clean, then we do have it on the website. We haven't got it on today's show for you, but we've definitely got it on the website. Make sure you get hold of it. I think, Andrew, can you add it? Because brush cleaner, guys, you need it. You need it in your life, and I definitely need some. Look at the state of these. Right, so even the paint that's right up there, the brush cleaner would get that out. But this will be fine for what we're doing. Right, let's get another green. So, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how mixable these are. So, I'm going to take the blue and our yellow. So, we'll use this brush. So, I'm going to take some of that yellow and some of that blue.
For what?
And we're going to mix it.
That one's fine.
Andrew's just checking with Katie that he's got you the right product. Right, I'm really happy with that colour. It's going to look brilliant with what I'm doing. It's perfect for this. So I don't waste what's on this brush. I'm just going to...
So I've added a double pack.
Yeah.
For $11.98 shot cleaner.
Brilliant. Thank you, Andrew. Right, so we're just going to come down here and put in our... stem, and this is the difference between this and your hybrid acrylics. You can use a little bit of water on your brush. So I've just dipped my brush in a tiny bit of water. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the white and a little bit of this green that I've just made, and I'm just going to load that into my brush. So I'm going to get some of that green I've got. We hardly need any for what we're doing. We're only going to be doing a couple of little strokes, a tiny bit of the white, and then we're going to do this. We're just going to put in there and here, and because you can add that tiny little bit of water to it, it actually makes it flow really easily. So there's the leaf that we've got, the first part of the leaf. So tiny bit of water. I'm going to come back in here, and you'll see how it doesn't bleed like the other colours do. It doesn't bleed as much. Look at how it's staying apart, even though I've got a tiny little bit of water on this brush. So I'm just going to go again, and it's still really nicely opaque, which you can see here with the brush. There we go. So that's our starts to put our leaves in. Now we're going to need, I need to put a bud in, so I'm just going to come up here. I'm just going to slide that round there, and we're going to go, we'll go over the top of the leaf, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. And then I'm going to come back here again. So I'm picking up that green and the yellow and making sure it feels quite a little bit slippy almost. And then we're just going to put a couple of these little leaves in because this is just our little bud. And then we're ready to do the flower. So a little bit of water. Yes, Andrew.
So the black canvases have just gone.
Oh, sorry, the black ones.
The black ones.
Have they? Oh, sorry, everybody.
And anyone who was struggling to check out the brights, refresh your basket, we're all good.
Oh, great, thank you. So did you hear that? If you were struggling to check out the brights, please just refresh your basket and they'll check out now. So just get my sleeves up. Really important. Right, so I'm going to find one of the brushes that I've given a haircut to. So this brush was one of our round brushes and it's had a haircut. Okay, that is going to be the center of our poppy. It's going to be important. So I'm going to take the red, that beautiful red, and some of the yellow, and look at how strong that color is. Now, a lot of red and a bit of yellow. For those of you that are on the painting journey with me and have joined the club, tiniest little bit of water, please don't forget to get your homework sent in. And I am going to be checking all emails tonight and coming back to you all. I didn't do any last night, but I will tonight. Right, this little bud here, first of all, press down and pull up. That's my little bud. I'm super happy with this paint. It's really gorgeous. So then at the back of the poppy, I'm just going to literally put down some petals. So you can see I've gone quite strong. And because this paint is so bright, it's really going to hold the colour for these poppies. So there we go. So look at how much colour we've got there. Let me hold that up for you so that you can see it. It's really coming together, isn't it? Then we need to do something about the middle of this poppy. It needs to have a really strong, in fact, you know what, I'm going to make it bigger because I think the poppy itself wants to be a bit bigger. So I'm just going to go over it a little bit and just make that and extend it. Yeah, that's better. Look at that. That's a proper big open poppy face. Now, yeah, I'm really happy with that. So now I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to pick up some of the black and some of the yellow, and I'm just going to pounce that. Now look at my palette, everybody. This is where I would have been actually picking up another sheet of palette paper. So you're getting 40 in here. This is like getting 80 of the other sheets. I mean, this is definitely a good one to get. And can you see how the Harmony paints hold in its shape? Now, it doesn't have the same properties as our hybrid acrylic does, but we need paints with different properties to create different effects. So look at, again, the way that the black is all literally coming together. And then I'm going to take a tiniest bit of white, so really the smallest amount that you can see there, and I'm just literally going to be touching it there, just like that, to get the littlest bit. I hope this is clear enough for you, Pat. So I'm literally just putting in that little bit of white into there. So we've got that. I'm just going to go up and put a tiniest bit of black in there. Then back with our other brush, pick up my red and my yellow. I've mixed those colours around, but I don't think it's going to matter. So I'm going to pick up a tiny bit of white to pull that light shade back again. Bit more of the yellow. Right, And then we're going to come round here, and then what we do, press down, lift up, and just slide into the other side. And then with what's left of the paint, I'm going to just come round again and slide the other way. So I've got two little slippery slides in there. I'm going to take a small flat brush. Let's just get that. Oh, that's got paint on it. Just tried to eat it. That's not good. Right, I've got another one. This one will be good. So, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take the black and lift it just the tiniest little bit into that white, just so that it extends it out a little bit. And then we're taking the tiniest little bit of yellow, and it's got to be minute. And you just are going to touch it in a few places. So again, tiniest little bit, and we just touch. So you get some little tiny dots of yellow. Let's go again. In here. Just there. Right, let me lift that up and show you where we're at. I've just got a little bit there that I'm not happy with, so I'm just going to lift that round. There we go. So what do you think? Really lovely, big poppy with the detail. Now, round here, you could add a couple of little leaves if you wanted to. So I'm going to come into this. Let's get that green that we've made. Some of that yellow. I'll just pull that in. And you could, if you chose to, just pull down a little bit like that. Then I'm going to show you this. This is a tiny little thing to do. Let's see which brush we're going to use. Right, I've got, what number am I working with? Number 4, okay. I want it to be properly not very good, okay. And then this. So, and just to be there, I'm going to, you know, like the hairdresser snips into the fringe, I'm going to snip into the brush. Like that. Just keep going. I want to thin it out. So imagine you're thinning out your fringe. This is a really good effect. So, I don't think I've only ever done this in classes before. I don't think I've ever done this on a show. So, right, you want it thinned out like that, okay? Then we're picking up the tiniest little bit of paint. It's the tiniest little bit. And then on the edge of the brush, you're just going to flick out. You know, like poppies have fluffy stems. You're just going to flick out both sides really gently. Fluffy stems. And it's very, very subtle, but it just adds that little bit. I'll turn it over, get the paint from the other side. Paint. Just that little bit of fluffy. I'll show. So you've got to be, have I done that dark enough, Katie, for you to see? So there, you've got that little bit there. There. So that's how you get that. Right, let's do this canvas because I want to do this for you. So, oh, white pens. Oh gosh, these are brilliant for this. Right, let me show you what I'd do. Right, so I'd come in here. So this is where you want to add, my glasses, where you want to add a little bit of detail. And you want to make it look more, a little bit more well, I guess, a bit more artistic, I guess. So, but these are the pens that I would use. So I'm just literally bringing in some of that detail, but look how good the pen is. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's also great. And I don't trace the whole thing. I only go over part of it. So look at how I'm just picking out little bits with broken strokes. And I'm just coming down here. Oh, it looks like some of this stuff's selling out. Don't forget to get your bags, everybody. Get your bags and your wallets. They're going to be really, really useful. So can you see how I'm just using the pen, to just get that extra little bit of just creativity into my design? And you don't have to do the whole thing, but it does look really good when you just put in little bits of it. So I'm just going to come up here, and then on the other ones I'd use the other pens, the larger pens on bigger pieces of work, or where I've got, and this pen is working directly onto the white that I've got. So you can put little highlights in things if you wanted to. So just going to put a little bit around here. And it just makes it pop, especially on the black. Right, let's have a little look at this. I'm just going to get a couple more of these. Then use my other pen, and I'll just show you what I do here. So I'm going to go...
Only 6 more sets of the pigment and gel pens.
Oh, 6. If you want these, guys. So I would go all the way around my canvas. I haven't finished it, but look at how those white pens have just made it pop. I mean, honestly, it's a great look to have a go with. So and you've got different nibs to play with and different effects. Right, I'm just gonna go down the counter, then I'm going to swap my paints to the pastels and the brights, and we're going to come back and we're going to paint those 3 canvases. So don't go anywhere, anybody. I need you to just, for everybody who's just joined us, I need to show you what we've got left. So the pens that you've got here, if you'd like to get 2 of the bullet nib, 2 chisel nib, and 2 of the gel style pen that I've just been working with, all of those together, $12.99. That's a brilliant deal. Please do not miss out on that one. The triangular canvases, I'm going to be working with these in a minute. $17.99. You need to get those because you've got 6 of them. That's a crazy deal, isn't it? Then we've got graphite paper, white, grey, and also 4 mechanical pencils with refillable erasers and refillable leads. All of that together, you're saving £9.48. That's a good chunk, and only spending £17.49. Our little mini canvases, super cute. Imagine these as gifts. 14 of them for $29.99. That's a good deal. This is brand new. So these have only been around a week. These are brand spanking new. What you've got is you've got your brights and your pastels. Now, the 2 things about these that are really good are, first of all, they work out at £3.99 per pot. That's super affordable. $39.99 for each of the sets. But if you look at the brights, you've got white, you've got black, you've got your primary colours. That red is the one that I've just used on the poppy. The yellow is a really strong pigment. The difference is it doesn't have the same properties as hybrid acrylic, but it still has the same intensity of colour. So for me, this is a great thing for anything that doesn't want to go outside or that you don't want to wash. This is a brilliant deal. The pastels are true pastels. There's a lot of white in them that brings that colour together, but they look great. And then we've got our brushes. So Shop Pastel, Shop Bright, or Shop Brush. Don't forget this palette paper. It's our new favourite. And I'm talking for all of us now. So Shop Artist will get you that new palette paper. Look how much space I've still got
10%.
on that one. Oh, 10% of the stock has gone. Katie, this was a really good idea of yours, because Katie said, why don't you get bigger pads? Because it'll give you more space. It's a brilliant, I don't know why I didn't think of it. Then our storage bags. Not just the storage, but this is where we're going to store our work, because these, we put our patterns inside and we paint on the top. So please don't miss the chance to paint on those. Have our pens gone?
They've gone.
Oh, do you know what? You're going to love them. Please play with them. Try them on top of paint, not just around the edges, because they look brilliant. And even on a white canvas, you can still use them and you can still put them on top of the paint. Because if you look at this, here guys, look at how it's drying now. That's the red on the black. But look at that white on top of the colour of the paint. It looks fantastic. So well done. But these are absolutely brilliant because they're super strong. It's an crazy, ridiculous price. 250 of them. I've been using them for painting, and I don't know why I haven't told you, because I just guessed everybody knew. But put your printouts inside and then paint on top of them. It's brilliant. And then for anybody who wants our big pack of canvases, super big ones, $17.99 for 10. Oh, there's only 5 left. 5 of those left, guys, if you want to get them. And then our moon lamp, which we're painting, which I'm doing that as an Easter present for somebody, because don't want to buy them an Easter egg. So I'm super excited about that. Right, let's get these triangular canvases, and I'm going to show you the way that I'm going to use them. So, first of all, sometimes it's nice to have something that's a little bit different. So you've got lots of different configurations with these, but I'm going to work with them so I can create like a crescent. So we're going to go into our paints, and we're just going to get some of these pastels, and you'll see they're just lovely. The purples and the pinks in these are absolutely gorgeous. It's the purple. I love the mint green. Where are you? Look at these. Those 2 blues are lovely, aren't they? Where's my mint? Here's my mint green. Look at this one. And see how smooth and creamy they are. And if I put this yellow with the yellow from the brights, you will see, and I'm going to overlap it so you can see how they don't run into each other. So you've got the same cadence quality that you had with your other paints and with your hybrid acrylics. Sorry, getting a little bit carried away here, getting loads of paint. I just love the colours. They're like ice creams, aren't they? They're just like the most gorgeous ice cream colours. You have this one as well. And then I need this purple, because this is the one from the brights. Look at that. Wow. Now, so we are going to start off, and we're going to do something really pretty. So I'm just going to dry my brush a little bit, because with this you can afford to have a wet brush, which is good. Don't forget, you've got the black and the white is in the brights if you're buying them buying paint for the first time. So we're going to go into the green. I've got quite a lot on this brush, and into the white, and I'm just going to blend those 2 colours. Right, that might be a little bit too much water, so don't get too much, because I just did. Now we'll get the white and the green. Right, so we're going to come from here, and we're going to pretend there isn't a gap, and we're just going to paint like this. Then I'm going to come back from here. I'm going to paint for there. Now, imagine if I was on any of the other products that we do, and somebody said to me, right, you're going to paint a picture and you've got 10 minutes. I would be freaked out by now. But I'm actually sat here thinking I can take my time. because what happens with our painting is it is so super quick. Right. So I'm really putting down that, and then when these separate out, it's going to look really funky. Right, next thing, pick up some more of the green and a little bit of that lovely soft lemon. So let's go back into the green, pick up the soft lemon. So we're going to get these leaves in. So we'll start to put these in, and I'm going to pull them up into the design. And I am going straight onto the canvas. I haven't put a background down or anything. You could, of course, be putting a bit of background down. And because there's a tiny little bit of water in the paint, it actually, and it will hold the water, I think my experience of this at the moment is that it will stay wet longer because you can add that little bit of water to it. So you can see how I'm just literally making this flow across the canvas. So we'll come up here. And it's nice as well to do different shapes and challenge what it's going to look like, because it actually gives you the chance to really sort of experiment with everything and play. So look at how that now I've got it flowing. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to put some of these in the gaps, because I want to make sure that when we put the flowers in, it doesn't feel like there's loads of dead space. So I'm putting them in between places, not necessarily where the stems are. So, Andrew, can I ask, how much time have I got, please?
6 minutes and 41 seconds.
Okay. Right, so now I'm going to put a little bit of that green on and the yellow. I'm going to keep that green in the brush. And I'm going to decide if I'm going to use a bigger brush. No, I'm not. I'm going to stick with this. So I'm going with the purple and the white. That is stunning. Tiny bit of that yellow on the edge of that purple. That's going to be beautiful. Right. We're going to put some of these. No, I know what we're going to do. We're going to do a different flower. I did this in my club the other day. We're going to do these. These are beautiful flowers. So you need to start with, you need just 4 petals. So we're going to go again with the purple and the yellow. And we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need 4 petals to start it. So Andrew, would you be able to tell me when I've got 3 minutes left?
If I can remember, yes.
Well, he's not much of a producer, is he? Like, come on. If I remember. Do you think he will, Katie?
Probably.
Probably not.
I'm thinking if I would remember.
Well, would you remember?
Probably not, no.
Oh, no. Now you're getting, that's getting Andrew on side. Right, so you can see how that little bit of white has gone, and I've got that little bit of cream coming through. So I'm going to pick up some more of the white now. Is it just better if I ask?
No, that's fine. You got 1 minute and 40.
1 minute and 40?
To 3
Until
minutes.
3 minutes.
Oh. I thought I'd been stitched up then. I was like, oh, I've got 2 more layers to do, yeah. Right, so I've started to get those on. 2, 4, 6, 7. We need 2 more. So we need 9. So I'm going to put 1 here. They don't need to all join up. Oops, that's a bit dodgy on the end. We better do something about that. Yep, that'll be fine. And we need another one down at the bottom. So we'll go here. There. Right, now I'm going to go to a slightly smaller brush. So that was a number 14. I've got a number 12. So we're now going to go with white and this sunshine yellow. So, and we're going to put this in the middle. But this time, when you do it, you want to put 5 petals. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 little petals in the middle. So 1, 2, bit more paint, 3, 4, 5. Right, 1, 2, bit more paint, 3, whoops,
3 minutes left.
3, 5. Then 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, talk about counting down. Right, then the next thing, I'm going to finish a couple off so that you can see them. But this is the next thing. I spend 3 minutes looking for a brush. That's like, my brush. I've got you. Right, so then I'm going to go into the green. I'm just going to pick a little bit of green up from there. I would have made a bit more to have it if I needed it. There. Right, we're just going to put a little bit of our green and yellow. Green. Just put the green in first. So a little tiny bit of that. And the green. So that we've got it. Then we get a little brush. You go into the white. And you're just going to put little tiny dots in here. So tiny. How long have I got?
1 minute 43.
Oh, we need to pick a winner.
Well, I can do that.
Don't forget giraffe, everybody.
I'll give them like 10 seconds to type
How
giraffe.
pretty are they? Right, so if I join that up so that you can see it. Got 10 seconds to type giraffe. So got 10 seconds, everybody. How many? 8.
Right, I'm going to draw a winner.
Who's counting? Right, who's the winner? Winner, chicken dinner.
Is Pauline Wilding.
Pauline, you're going to win my 3 canvases, which I will be finishing off for you to make sure it looks super beautiful. And Pat, so that to help you with your poppies, if you will email us with your address, I've just broken all the rules. Could you please email us and we will send you the poppy picture.
Email help at Highlight Crafts
There you go.
and tell them that you're getting sent the poppy picture.
And that Stephanie broke the rules. No, don't say that because they might actually, I might get away with it if we don't say anything. So, how many seconds?
20 seconds left.
Oh, 20. Isn't it lovely that those yellows are going in with the purples? Can you see that? Let me just flip it round. I don't know if I've got time. Well, there we go. Each one of them is its own little canvas in its own right. Thank you for your company, everyone. Do not forget, you need to get your Shop Bright, Shop Pastel, and also get your bags. Get those because they're going to be so useful, especially when I'm teaching you over the next few months. Thank you so much for your company. I'll see you all soon and can't wait to share what's coming up with you this evening. Oh, don't forget, we've got our repeats on in the afternoon, so if you missed anything, you can watch us all over again.
On the website.
On the website.